No, AI is not going to get you. Hey, Scaretics! That's my new intro. You like it? Scaretic, like heretic and yeah. So, I think we need to talk about something, and it's been a hot topic for quite a while now. AI, artificial intelligence.
We gave birth to AI.
AI? You mean artificial intelligence?
A singular consciousness that spawned an entire race of machines.
It's been a discussion in our culture for longer than you might think, dating as far back as Alan Turing's work in the 1940s with the Turing test, a model that tested whether a computer can exhibit human-like intelligence. It became popularized in the 90s with The Matrix due to the rise of the internet and hacking going mainstream. Back then, people still had an innocently naive understanding of the capabilities and trajectory of what AI could actually become. People imagined things like robot uprisings, like in Terminator, but instead of robots coming for your lives, it's now coming for your jobs. Or is it? Let's get into it. But before I do, it would mean a lot to me if you subscribed to the channel and hit the thumbs up. I'm a rather small channel and I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subs, so it would be awesome if you could all help me out with that. I mean, AI ain't gonna hit the thumbs up for me, right? Right? Am I right? Okay, so AI is coming for your jobs, right?
You took my girl and you took my job! He took his job! He took his girl!
I'm not so sure. I know it's the popular thing nowadays to shit all over AI and think those art style stealing prompt pushers are thieves trying to rip people off, but I see things a little bit differently. Before you hit me with a 10-mile long comment, yes, I am an artist. Yes, really. Like, I actually went to school for art and design and studied everything from game design, animation, to concept art and storyboarding, and everything in between. So what I'm about to tell you guys may surprise you, but stick with me and all will be explained. So let's get into it. The conversation surrounding AI art these days is so split, so divided, and it seems like you either sit on one side of the fence or the other. And honestly, I think the issue is decidedly more complex than that. Generative AI is a learning machine, like any computer model in existence. It computes data and it spits out an approximation of what you want based on an algorithm and aggregate data. It does not create artwork, only mimics what is being fed. That said, some people think that mimicking the style of a cartoon or a specific art style is an abomination and therefore shouldn't be allowed. The thing is, you can't copyright an art style, which means it's nobody's intellectual property. Copyright law is a nuanced subject and it's an entire discussion in itself, so I'll just leave that there. The point is, everyone arguing on Twitter about AI bros stealing Studio Ghibli's artwork are technically wrong, and going further, you're kinda missing the point. Here's what I think people are really upset about. Not that AI stole from Studio Ghibli or Hayao Miyazaki, but the fact that their art style can be replicated so easily. It isn't perfect, but it's obviously very good in its execution. And I think that makes people feel, even subconsciously, that what they love and adore about these films maybe isn't that special if a soulless AI machine can recreate it. And that, in my opinion, is a mistaken belief. Now don't cry straw man because I'm just theorizing here. See, it's not the art style that makes these films special. It's the context, the execution, and the animation that gives these cartoons a timeless, special quality. That distinct creative voice of Studio Ghibli and Hayao Miyazaki himself is present throughout each of these works of art. And that's what we really love about those films. The animation was tireless in its execution, often taking a year to animate one entire scene. The stories were unique and expertly told, with profound emotional resonance. They are, quite simply put, classics. An AI machine replicating the drawing style of a cartoon is simple imitation, a parlor trick meant to amuse, and if you notice, most of all the applications of said style-stealing AI generations are used to make memes. Memes! It's actually quite fitting since memes are meant to mimic and reflect our society or social trend at any given time. So too do these generative AI machines. There's a reason why memes are the perfect application for these AI models. Is anyone losing a job because someone decided to use the Ghibli AI filter to convert a photo of their dog into a Ghibli-esque piece of art? No, you may not like it, you may not respect it, but people's jobs are safe for now. I don't see very many people attempting to garner respect using AI generation when used as a form of artistic expression. It seems for the most part to be a hobby medium for now, and professionally used very minimally. Let's think this through. If someone wanted to pass off these Ghibli filtered photos as their own original artwork, they would probably be laughed at and ridiculed. Nobody is impressed when a person mimics someone else's style to make money, and it's readily accused of being a knockoff, much like a fake Rolex. Then again, if someone does make money off these filtered photos and uses it to create these knockoff Ghibli pieces of art, that's really on the consumer who buys said artworks. In terms of who's really to blame here, you can't blame a tool for creating something. That'd be like blaming a hammer for building a shoddy house. You have to blame the people creating the demand for such a piece of work. In this case, that would be the consumer. I've seen people fooled by AI slop before, and some people actually make money selling their derivative works to unsuspecting consumers. This only poses a problem at first, but the flooding of these types of works makes them feel more common and cheap, like that knockoff Rolex, or some cheap Chinese shoes off Temu. The more AI art takes over and people become aware of it, the less in demand these types of works will be. The AI generations, while cool now, have a novelty-like nature to them which will wear off in time. This, in effect, creates a sub-market where people may be looking for something cheap and cost-effective, and so they turn to a manufacturer that meets these requirements. Cheap merchandise has always had a market, but to those looking for something made with talent and quality, you'll be spending a bit more, which has always been the case. Now, AI artwork looks a lot better than some shitty clip art, so this isn't to discount the magnitude of what generative AI is capable of. As we've seen with these AI models, they are advancing at a rapid rate and are now able to reproduce images never thought possible. Images that once looked nightmarish and bizarre now look almost indistinguishable from real life. No doubt, these newer generative AI models are powerhouses of mimicry. Yes, a mimic. That's all generative AI is. But, as stated by Morpheus,
Yet their strength and their speed are still based in a world that is built on rules. Because of that, they will never be as strong or as fast as you can be.
Indeed, the power of these AI machines is limited to a fair degree. Some aspects of art that AI models are not well adept at producing are perspective, composition, and attention to detail. It may be good at reproducing colors, shadows, line weight, art styles, and overall tonal direction, but like I said before, it is humans that give artwork its context, and without that context, and the ability to hone in on what's important in an artwork, all you have is a pretty picture devoid of any real purpose. That said, it is possible now to detect AI artwork with a simple Google search, and it even tells you which image generation software was used to create the artwork, meaning that even if you can't tell a work of art is AI, this detection software can. And if you have a project with high quality standards, it will be easy to detect these pieces of AI slop no matter how good they get at replicating art styles, audio, animations, or photos. At that point, it's down to the integrity of the creators and the project itself whether to incorporate AI generation or not. People will know one way or another, and there is a very high demand for artistic integrity, even in films today. When it comes to the major art careers out there, AI cannot replace these vocations with a simple algorithmic snap of a finger. When you write a prompt in an AI generator and get a result, it's never exactly what you're looking for, but it's good at generating ideas to cultivate creativity nevertheless. An AI model can't see, so it only shows you what it's been taught. It has no experience to draw upon and no ability to create something wholly original. The high volumes of these kinds of works has led to them being called by the derogatory term AI slop, which in all fairness might be accurate considering the sheer volume of them pumped out on a daily basis at record numbers. I've seen people reference this quote from Hayao Miyazaki in light of the Ghibli AI filter making the rounds on Twitter. He was judging an AI animated 3D model prototype he was given of a monster moving very grotesquely, and he found it to be offensive, off-putting, and gross. Yes, a monster was off-putting and gross. How shocking. Anyway, the quote was, "I am utterly disgusted. If you really want to make creepy stuff, you can go ahead and do it. I would never wish to incorporate this technology into my work at all. I strongly feel that this is an insult to life itself." Now, you can choose to agree or disagree with this sentiment, but I think that it's valid. That said, yes, there's a but here. I think Miyazaki's opinions on this type of animation are valid for his craft, and his craft alone. where the purpose is to create an artistic story and clearly defined viewer experience. The real application for AI animated models like this are in something a little less predictable and more based on feedback from the viewer, or player. Yes, I'm talking about game design. Having an enemy move like this in a game in an unpredictable way is horrifying, and unlike what an artist would create in a more creative and appealing manner. The point of a horror game is to unsettle the player, and interactions like this can accomplish this pretty easily. As I said before, AI is a tool. It's just a matter of using that tool for its intended purpose. Generating a strange, alien, monstrous, animated simulation that plays out unpredictably every time does have an application in game design. So as another tool in a game designer's tool belt, it does still hold merit, and that's what AI is, a tool. And knowing how to use that tool can actually help artists to create better artwork. It can even inspire people who aren't artists to create their own works of art. In my opinion, people are way too fast in judging this issue without fully thinking it through, and making it out to be something terrible, like all AI should be shunned like a red-headed stepchild. But doing so, I think, is a mistake, and I think most of the outrage is theatrical and full of hysterics. And when you think about it, has there been a discussion on artwork as big as this in recent memory? Not really. People don't talk about art very much, nor do they have an appreciation for it outside of its utility in games, movies, and etc. They can't see the energy and talent being put into a design, and so they take it for granted. And this is even before AI art became a thing. But give them an AI app, and now they're engaged in the beauty of what brought that artwork to life. They may still not respect what it took to make the design, even on a technological level, but it gets them to think creatively about what they want to see. People want to look at AI art as this big looming villain that's going to Thanos snap them out of existence. But there's a big strength that humans have over AI that cannot be replicated, and that is artistic intent. AI will never replace the Miyazakis of the world, nor will it replace the voice of hundreds of millions of artists out there trying to get their vision made. It's been said that AI will soon replace many digital artists and other industry professionals, but is this true? Let's find out. In June of 2023, Marvel Disney stirred up some controversy for the usage of AI visual effects in their TV show, Secret Invasion, starring Samuel L. Jackson. The AI-generated intro was apparently based off of a conceptual intro that was created for the show pretty much shot for shot, and when asked about the use of AI in the intro, the studio behind the visual effects was actually another studio entirely, Method Studios. And they had this to say: "Working on Secret Invasion provided an exceptional opportunity to delve into the intriguing realm of AI, specifically for creating unique character attributes and movements. Utilizing a custom AI tool for this particular element perfectly aligned with the project's overall theme and the desired aesthetic." He went on to say, "AI is just one tool among the array of tool sets our artists used. No artist's jobs were replaced by incorporating these new tools. Instead, they complemented and assisted our creative teams," said Method to The Hollywood Reporter. There's other films that have utilized AI as well, but there's a reason why there's no real public outrage about it, because like most of these, the AI models were used to create small sections of the film, either to modulate a voice or create a poster in the background of a TV set. The point is, these uses are not far-reaching and are only one tiny part of the overall process of the filmmaking. In 2024, Square Enix confirmed there was some usage of AI image generation in their game, Foam Stars, and when asked about it, they had this to say: "All of the core elements in Foam Stars, the core gameplay, and the things that make the game enjoyable, those are all made by hand," he clarified. "However, we did want to experiment with AI as well." They went on to say, "In terms of the content in the game, this makes up about 0.01% or even less, but we have dabbled in it by creating these icons in the game." Now, I know a lot of people will have their pitchforks raised because that 0.01% is just infuriating to look at, but just calm down, put down your soy juice, and realize here that the implementation of AI is minimal at best. You may be thinking this is merely the big mega evil faceless straight white male corporations testing the limits of how much money they can save by utilizing AI to replace jobs of artists. But again, I see this as baseless fear-mongering meant to build up a hate community against a simple creative tool. I mean, we're talking about icons here, folks. And I'm pretty sure an artist still had to format those and implement those into the game, so no jobs were replaced. Let's talk about AI music now. Honestly, this one kind of annoys me because a lot of AI music sounds like complete crap to me. But again, it's more of a hobby people have created for themselves, and the musical pieces generated seem to have satirical purpose to them. And they do require a certain amount of wit in terms of writing said pieces. So again, I'm gonna file this under non-issue in terms of AI taking over all the gerbs. As of now, I'm not aware of any current controversy going on in music today, but feel free to let me know in the comments just how wrong I am. Go on, leave a comment. I know you want to. Beyond all this, AI is in everything we consume today, even if you may not see it directly. Spell check in Word is technically an AI program. Facial recognition software used in our phones is only possible utilizing AI. The computer programs in your car for navigation and route optimization are all modeled on AI programs. Cybersecurity, translation services, and the medical field, and much, much more utilize AI on a daily basis. And it's used as a tool to make life easier. And that's how it will continue to be used into the future. Now, am I saying we all have to hold hands and embrace our AI overlords as our new king and savior? No. All I'm saying is the panic behind a lot of the online doom posters and soyjackers is overblown, and people should take AI as just another progressive step in our technology. We should appreciate it as a tool, and a tool alone. Like any tool, however, it can be abused, and it's our job as humans to put AI in its place and smack it around a bit. By people voicing their opinions on the slow but inevitable takeover of AI, and when there's outrage when AI tries to mimic good art or even replace it. Despite how overblown it can seem, it does send a message to these mega corporations everywhere that they need to respect artists of all kinds. And because you can't spell artificial intelligence without art. Think I'm wrong on AI art and want to leave me a raging comment? Please do. Agree with my point of view on things? Do the same. And if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I got loads more film, gaming, and cultural zeitgeist videos like this one on the way. Consider becoming a patron on my Patreon as well, and my links are all in the description below. Catch you in the next video, and as always, stay scared.